You've got an Audi with setup suspension.
Yeah. Keep tight to the right. Pull it to the right. Hello, Margaret. And up to the barrier. And just hold this against the machine above the yellow arrow. Need longer arms. Okay. Right, okay. Intention first lap is to look at the circuit. I'll try and get across as much information of where you need to be as possible.
Okay.
One important thing though, heavy braking zones when we come to them, we're not going to be where you think you'll be. We'll generally be way off the line.
Alright.
Because we don't want to be where all the rubber is. Okay, 2 hands on the wheel. Window up. Keep it to the right. Building speed up. Always checking your mirrors at every sensible opportunity, but not taking your eye off what's in front.
Okay.
Yeah? Very easy because there's lots of twists and turns to double check your mirrors, especially if someone's coming past and all of a sudden you put a wheel on the grass. Okay, tight little section coming up, running towards the white line, and where the white line hits the concrete is your turning point. Generally sort of third gear probably through this little section.
I'm leaving it
Left-hand
auto
side.
right now.
Down the brakes, turning in, feeding the power in. Okay, over the crest, right hand side. Slow corner is a late turn in. Always looking to hit your apex or close to. Generally probably 2 feet away from the curve, yeah? Okay, run out towards the 2 kilometre sign. Just a little bit of comfort brake. Turning in. A positive throttle through corners. Into the left apex. Run it out wide. And now we're going to be braking and turning at the same time. So you want both actions to be smooth and progressive. You don't want the car getting out of shape. Tight little section, little bit of gas, a little bit of brake, staying off the curves. Give yourself a little bit margin without going onto curves. Okay, brake, there's an orange spot on the white line. That's your turning point. Apex, transition into the left. And now there's a few dry patches. Like I say, tonight it can be changeable the whole way round. Or it can be predominantly dry.
Okay.
Okay, checking your mirrors, run up the hill on the left. Over the crest, and then you're looking for the concrete there. That's the start of the double apex turn to the right.
Okay.
Generally when it's dry, it's all on the gas. Right, right, left, left, left. The 3 lefts are coming up. Generally are all on power.
Okay.
Just keeping the steering input nice and smooth. Running down the hill. Over the crest on the right hand side. On the left at speed it turns into a jump and you land on the grass. Great. 5 kilometre sign, we're turning into the corner. Positive throttle through the corner. Okay. Braking. Level with the orange arco is your turning point.
Okay.
It's very late. To the right. Run towards 93 Marshall Post. Then we're going to turn it into past downhill section. In the dry, the big Porsches will be at 165 down here. End of the curve, start turning into an early apex, run up on the right hand side, grab the brakes, white sign, turn into the left. Okay, braking, this is the corner where people damage
Got
cars.
a car behind me, so I'm just going to
Okay,
jump on.
let him go. See where the block of yellow graffiti is? just
Yes.
here.
Yes.
That's where you need to execute your turn.
Got it.
It's a wide out entry, pull it in, and then smooth gas through the left and the right follows.
Okay.
Section here, you're just apexing. You're just trying to make it as straight as possible. And then you're going to run towards the white marshal post on the right,
Oh.
scrub some speed off the brakes, turn in, back on the power. Right hand side, braking. When you're level with the curve, that's the start of your turn. Okay, right, slow it right down. We're going to do the dry line through here. There's nothing behind. Stay left, dry lane, take it slow. There's a white spot next to the white line.
See that?
It's a very late turning. That's the dry line. If it dries later, that's where you need to turn in. Okay, coming up to a left-right S-bend. Keeping the car composed, staying off the curves. And about 10 metres before the fence is another white spot.
Sorry. Got it.
Start your turn and aim for the second apex, not the first. Miss corner is called. That's because of the apexes. Okay, braking, turning, running next to the white line. Now middle of the track, miss the apex going in, hit the second apex on the exit. You can feel there's a little bit of slip under there. Okay, down the hill, left hand side. Level with the curves on the right is where you start turning in. Okay, downhill braking, double apex left. Miss the apex, but basically hit the first apex, run out wide, come into the second. Stay left, into the right, and turn it through the corner as you apply power. But always be wary that if it steps out, you'll need to turn into the corner. Over the crest. There's no real telltale signs of where the turning point is. Generally it's a flat out corner in the drive. Okay, down to this corner. Braking is all on the left, and you stay left until the end of the concrete rumble strip. There,
Wow.
then you turn into apex and get good drive up and through. It's a very slippery corner when it's wet. Okay, orange arc on the right. Start turning into the first left. This is the long uphill section. Generally in the dry, there's no braking, there's no lifting. It's flat, left, left, left. This left, you run out onto the right hand side, and then you'll set yourself up for the next left, which in the dry is flat. Today is not. Okay, still going uphill. There's a crest coming up which Porsche's approaching. You want to be on the left hand side. Over the crest, no braking, turn into the right, there's another crest. You straighten the car towards the apex on the left, which takes you towards the concrete on the right. End of the concrete, turn into the left, hit the apex, and just let the car go really wide out. There's one long curve, which then comes back into the left on the crest. Over the crest is a little right kick. Now you're running down to a hairpin. Left hand side of the track because it's a right hand hairpin. The end of the curve on the left there is your turning point. Feeding the gas in through the corner, keeping the car composed and stable. Okay, running up to the carousel. Basically you want to be aiming for the letter G.
Okay.
As you go over the crest, increasing the braking to scrub speed off, all four wheels on the concrete. Do not come out early. Do not be tempted to suddenly accelerate hard because you suddenly think you're at Daytona International Speedway. You're not Dale Earnhardt. Okay, running in towards curbing on the right, and then there's some concrete. End of the concrete is your turning point. Apex, run out towards the right and stay off the AstroTurf. dab of brakes, end of the curb, turn into the left, into the right, and run the car wide out to the left, which sets you up for the 151 sign, which is the turning point for the next corner. Okay, tricky little section coming up, left apex, and run towards the next marshal post on the left, little bit of comfort brakes, rub some speed off, turn it in towards the right, stay right, and then into the left, which sets you up for the right. If you go too fast into the left, you're in the barrier. Left hand side, braking, end of the curb, turn into the right, and close to the white line. If you're going too quick, you end up over there. Braking, double apex left. Try and be a little bit closer to your apexes.
Yeah, I totally missed that one.
That's alright. Stay left, it's a tarmac change, that's your turning point. Stay off of the concrete. Braking, end of the concrete, we're turning into the right, and we're keeping a positive throttle through the corner. Again, if you feel it slipping round, steer into it. Don't panic and suddenly lift off. Late turn into this corner.
Late.
Sets you up into the right.
Okay.
We'll cover it next time round. Okay, you're going to run the car wide towards the marshal post 169. There's just a little king to set you up for this section. Left hand side, dab a brake before the crest and settle it on the brakes afterwards. Get the car settled for the double apex right. And hold it right because it then transitions to the left. Left apex and run it out wide towards the concrete. End of the concrete, start turning into the left and stay left. Don't need brakes. End of the concrete, we're turning to right and there's a blind crest. Straighten it over the first crest, straight over the second crest, little king. Staying off the rumbles. Okay, wide entry into this corner, stay on the left, stay left, 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 dab of brakes, turn in late, and come into a very late apex, dab of brakes, end of the concrete rumble, we're into the left, and run the car wide out to the right, checking your mirrors at every opportunity. Little carousel, 2 wheels on the black tarmac, 2 on the concrete. Accelerate away from the corner. Okay, accelerating up the hill, dab of brakes, normally hit an early apex and run out to where the 2 bare trees are.
I'm going to let this guy by.
That's right. And then normally stay left to 186. And that's where you start turning into the last corner. And it's a smooth, progressive use of throttle, brakes and steering which gets you round, especially when it's slippery. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, 130 here?
Yeah, where the signs are down towards the end. It could dry quite quickly throughout the evening. It's been warm today. It only started raining about 4 to 5, something like that. So chances are, give it half an hour and you'll probably get a fairly dry line through a lot of sections.
Got it.